Hi guy, so tonight I'm gonna talk about a topic, rather a hot topic, why Sarawak and Sabah becoming rich as Sarawak. So to answer this question, we have to look as to why Sarawak is now a rich state and Sabah still a poor state. So recently I mean 7 years or below 10 years, Sarawak had formed Petros after they won the court case of mining right. They formed their own oil company, and they named it Petros, and since then Petros was developing into a company capable of looking for oil, drilling for oil, then produce oil and gas. I think they are more interested in gas rather than oil. Or in Sarawak, there is a place called Tulu where they liquefy gas and export it by ship to other countries, I think mainly South Korea. Energy-hungry country, South Korea, maybe Japan, by ship. And as for now, Sarawak is producing big amount of LNG, and their gas production is also big, coming to 7 million standard cubic feet a day. So, what is the change? The change is Sarawak Petros become the aggregator for gas and oil. So they are the one who sell gas and oil, and they get revenue from tax, 5% of tax from gas and oil, and they say they get 4 billion ringgit each year. And other than that, Sarawak also export energy to Kalimantan from their hydropower. Or they have access of energy from hydropower. They are supplying to Kalimantan. So I don't know how much revenue they get from it. Recently, Sarawak claiming that they get the revenue amount to 20 billion. So they're happy with the 20 billion, and normally what they get 6 to 4 billion RM from Putrajaya. Now they get 20 billion, so 4 times more than what they used to get. And that make them rich. 20 billion a year that got rich. When they got rich, they invest the money to build. They are now thinking of building a semiconductor or chips plant. And recently they went to South Korea and talked with South Korean, and maybe in the future there will be a joint venture between South Korean company and Sarawak government to build semiconductor or chips plant in Sarawak. Other plan is they build the joint venture with Singapore, building a big solar power panels in Sarawak, then export the energy to Singapore via underground cable. Sarawak is developing into a rich country, so possibly in the future we will be richer because of the investment. Of course, if they are successful, but they are confident that Sarawak will be a rich country, and they are also already thinking about giving free education to students who study science and engineering and mathematics in university in Sarawak. So they also try to improve wealth distribution to the people in Sarawak. So in the future, maybe free medical as well, and a lot of subsidy on reducing the price of maybe oil. And I also seen in the video they build hydrogen plant. So what is hydrogen plant for? Maybe in the future there will be car that use hydrogen as fuel. So it's a car that will not cause pollution. They are also thinking about environmental project. They are also thinking deep in the future. So, but Sarawak is not asking for 40% to become rich, 40% right. They are not asking. If they had got 40% right to the oil and gas revenue, they will be even richer. Because oil and gas revenue, 40% can be 30 billion revenue. Oh, they're getting 20 billion now. Just imagine if they get 30 billion, of course it will be richer. But for Sabah recently won a court case for the right to 40% right to oil and gas produced in Sabah. So if Sabah also really get at 40%, and paid by Putrajaya. That also a lot of money that can come to 20 billion, maybe. Other than that, they claim what had been in the past, that Putrajaya owed them, and then Sabah would become rich if they can make successful claim of their right, because this right is written in the Constitution in MA 63. But I thought Sarawak got the 40% already, and I was surprised they haven't got it yet, and they're still rich. But for Sabah to do what Sarawak is doing, is to form their own oil company like Petros. It is difficult. They have not started yet, and so it's way back before they can form company like Petros. But the alternative is there, because they can get oil company like Shell to make a Petros-like company, but it's a joint venture. So maybe there is alternative or Sabah to have oil company like a joint venture, and then produce the oil, look for the oil, produce the oil, and when oil is 100% belong to Sabah, and they can give how many percent to their business partner. Maybe the business partner is happy with 40%, so it has to be negotiated. So if they're happy with 40%, and then Sabah still gets 60%, so it's bigger than 40%. So that can happen. But again, I'm not sure. I only say it can happen if the Putrajaya have not given the right 40%. So there is a minister from West Malaysia saying that don't threaten us, meaning that to get 40% right, don't threaten, jangan ukut, meaning don't threaten. So they are scared of threatening, especially extreme threatening, like asking for independence. We want independence because you don't respect M63, but independence is not mentioned in the M63, but separation is. So separation is like berpisah in Malaysian language or Sabahan language sudah berpisah. So asking for berpisah is not ugutan. It is mentioned. The right to berpisah is mentioned. So don't worry, it's not threatening. But then you have to have a reason why you want to berpisah. You have to have a reason. And maybe the reason is lack of respect of M63, lack of respect of Constitution. So when there's no respect to Constitution, no respect to M63, there's no government, meaning that everybody feel like what they think, because this Constitution is a safeguard to form the government. Otherwise there's no government without Constitution. So when there's no government, then the country has the right to ask for berpisah or separation. Or I don't believe it's ugutan. It's the right or country that form partner. So Sabah is only a country that form partner formation of Malaysia, partner to form Malaysia. Of course, Sabah don't like to berpisah on the condition that every partner, especially the one that seems to be the dominating, play with the rule. Because when Sabahan claim the right, if it's not successful, they will go to the court again, saying that it's not been successful, M633 has not been respected, things like that. So it must be through judiciary. So separation must be through judiciary. So I don't know whether it will happen or not. It depends on the Sabahan. It depends on the Sabahan. So just wait and see. I'm hopeful that Sabah will become a rich country, because every country that produces oil become rich country. Why should Sabah producing oil become poor country? Doesn't look right. And I'll bring you what I read in the Holy Book, the Quran. Give the right to people who own the right. So Sabah on the right of 40% as stipulated in M63 and Constitution. So the dominant country should give